What's going on, guys? Your boy, Coach Anthony, trainer of champions. I've worked with world champions, former world champions, world title contenders, national amateur champions, Olympians, MMA fighters at the Bellator and the UFC level. You name them, I've worked with them, and now I'm here to work with you. I'm giving you guys something special today, man. I got one of my top amateurs right here as my demonstrating partner, Marshall Schreiber, just turned 13 years old, has about 42 or 43 amateur fights. 2017, he won the Silver Gloves, and in 2018, he won the Junior Olympics here in our area. So definitely an accomplished kid, and look forward to seeing more of him in the future. But this is something that we work on all the time in the gym, and it's something that you really would work out of a Philly shell position, and it's called bending at the waist, okay? This technique right here is a very good technique. It helps you guys defensively a lot. Now, there's pros and cons to anything you do in boxing, and I'm gonna go over both of them right now. But this is something that you may see guys like James Toney, guys like Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather, some of the best fighters of our time use this technique over and over again. And if you go back to my frames video, it might make some sense to you, or even my positions video, that will also help you guys understand more what I'm talking about. So if you haven't checked those videos out, make sure you go back on my channel and check those out, man. These are jewels. But anyway, I got Marshall right here. So bending at the waist, I've heard some trainers call it tilting, tilt or whatever. Some guys call it a drop. For me, I'd say bend at the waist, drop, whatever, you know, whatever comes to my mind at the moment. But basically all it is this. All I want you to do is bend. All it is a bend at the waist. Simple, okay? Now, if he goes over on this side, all right, he's here. Like I said, this is something that you typically do in a Philly shell position because of how you're positioning your body is much more comfortable and natural to do from this position. It doesn't feel the same when both hands are up for whatever reason. But anyway, he'll do it again, he'll bend at the waist, okay? So you're simply just bending over at the waist, okay? Now, when you would use this technique would be most of the time when someone's throwing their lead hand at you or their left hand. Like if I'm obviously righty versus righty right now, and let's just say I overcommit to a slip. Let's just say I throw a jab, he can easily slip, right? A slip is just slipping slightly. But if I overcommit, he could bend at the waist. Now when he bends at the waist, stay right there, don't worry about that yet. All right, stay right here. Two things happen. Either I fall over his shoulder, or he does what he was about to do, which is circle out, all right? Which can create other openings and other things. Another time you would bend at the waist if somebody's trying to load up with a left hook. Let's just say I come with my left hook. As soon as he sees me cock the arm, whoop, bends at the waist, he can pivot, and he slides out. Another time he could bend at the waist would be off of a situation. Like for instance, you can bend at the waist off of a right hand. I'm not a big fan of bending the waist off the right hand because it takes away the left hook to the body. That's a whole nother situation. See, this is why sometimes I make these videos and I feel like I gotta redo them or piece them together or whatever, but he can bend the waist at the right hand, right? Not my favorite thing to do, but you can do that also, all right? So what I'm gonna do is go over, all right, so I'll just give it to you right now. What I prefer him do in that situation is shoulder roll the right hand. So if I throw the right hand, I'd rather him shoulder roll it, okay, than bend at the waist. And I'll give you reasons for that in the future, okay? But right now what we'll do is we'll just do a little bend at the waist drill. This is purely for defense. We're not adding counters, none of that in this particular video, all right? But like for instance, I may do something where, I want you to do a step back drop, all right? I may do something where I step to him aggressively with a double jab, now just bend and get the clinch, okay? So right here and boom, boom, that's a drop right there. Now look what happens, I fall right over his shoulder. I'm gonna go ahead and do it real speed, and I'm gonna aim right at his head so you guys don't think that this is just some scenario stuff. We're here and we're boxing. See, he's ready, boom. And look what happens. I fall over the shoulder, the clinch happens, whatever. Another thing he could do off of that is simply circle out off that same technique. So I could be here, he can slide out, circles out, he's safe and sound. Now if you notice, once I threw that double jab and he dropped, and he circles, the right hand's gone, the left hook's gone, so he's out of there. All right, another time, You can bend at the waist. Maybe I might want to hit him with one of my favorite combinations in boxing, with a body shot and then a head shot. A lot of times guys go to drop the body shot, they drop your elbow a little bit. They drop their elbow a little bit, leaves their face exposed for that left hook. But if you drill it into your style, right, you can just catch one and drop under this. There you go, bends right under, he's out of there. All right, so we can do that one more time. We're here. That's it. Now you notice I'm aiming right for his head. I'm not giving it to him. He has to literally make the move. Last one I'm gonna give you guys right now, I'm about to start charging you, okay? Is off that right hand. Like I said, he can bend the waist off the right hand. I'd rather him shoulder roll it, right? So he'll shoulder roll that right hand. Now you notice he's in the shoulder roll position from right there. Most of the time after right hand and left hook comes, oh, he blocked it there. But if he used to bend the waist technique, he can drop. Now, the reason I like that is when you do the shoulder roll, all right, it gives him some leverage. And also, if you got good vision, you can see that shot coming. It's coming from a little farther away. Gives him more time to do it. So right now, we're going overhead. And let's just say he shoulder rolls the right hand, and I throw the hook behind it. Boom, he goes right under. So let's just say we start putting it together now off our boxing. Jab, jab, 1, 2, jab, jab, get that drop. Beautiful. Right hand lead. 2, 3, 2. Bang, bang, bang. One drop. Bang, bang. Good. Shoulder drop. Shoulder drop. Good. 1, 2. Shoulder drop. Right hand lead. 2, 3, 2. 1, 2. Back with another heavy bag video for you guys, man. This one right here, man, the uppercut bag. It's a good bag, man. You know what I mean? Obviously, uppercuts get overlooked on the heavy bag. I mean, you could hit the heavy bag, a regular heavy bag with some uppercuts, but you're not really going to get to place it the way you want to place the uppercut. So, I mean, this bag right here is pretty self-explanatory for the most part. You can bring shots underneath, and you can bring your shots around the side, okay? Now, when I'm hitting this bag, I treat it no different than a regular heavy bag. It's going to swing, and I'm going to hit it. Bang, I'm going to use my jab on it. Bang, I'm going to use my right hand on it. But see, that's the cool thing about this bag. If you notice, before I get into the uppercut part, notice how I move my head. I kind of use this kind of like, you know, one of those maze bags that come at your head. I mean, it's a lot slower because it's bigger, but I use it like a maze bag too, and I move my head on it too. So let me say I'm hitting the bag, bang, I use my footwork, bang, I use my jab, right, the bag's coming, I may slip it, right, time an uppercut, I may slip, I may roll under, bang, right, bang. So you can do stuff on this heavy bag other than just throw uppercuts and hooks, right? You can use this with your footwork, you can use this with your head movement, right? Sometimes maybe the bag's coming right here, and I'm envisioning the guy's throwing a jab at me, right? So if he's throwing a jab, maybe you want to come over here on this side, right? So I'm over here hitting the heavy bag, guy's throwing a jab, and maybe I just want to step around him as he throws a jab, a little crafty move. So he throws a jab, I may slip and step around, right? So then maybe I'm over here, you know what I mean? And the same thing, you know, maybe I just want to go under the bag, you know, you saw bang, I'm hitting it. Wow, throw my uppercuts underneath. Now this is good. See, I went jab, cross, I'm able to throw my left uppercut from an angle because of the way the bag's positioned. I love that about this bag. You know, maybe a guy throws a right hand, I shoulder roll it, right? Like if I'm working my Philly shove. So I look at the bag as it's swinging at me, I shoulder roll it, bang, I time the right uppercut. In the Philly shove position, somebody throws a right hand at you, and you shoulder it, right? You're in a good position to come underneath for an uppercut. Great bag to practice this on. So like I said, I'm here, shoulder, bang, right? Slip, right? Step around it, bang, right? I'm just timing stuff now, dropping my hip, see, I step to the other side, and I'm ready to throw a combination. Now I'm just working agility and stuff like that too, because some of the stuff you're just gonna do it whatever comes to you. So maybe I'm over here, like I said, moving around, slipping it, bang, back over here, now I'm over here, right? Just timing it now, bringing shots underneath or whatnot. So this is a great bag. You can have a lot of fun with it. A lot of things you could do. Like I said, you can go under it both ways. flip both ways, pivot around the bag, uppercuts, hooks. Probably one of the best bags you can really hit when you really think about. Might be the best. I mean, but it's a preference thing when you're hitting a heavy bag. One thing about boxing, once you go to a gym and you find a bag that you like, 9 times out of 10, that's gonna be the bag that you go to most of the time. But I try to get my guys to mix it up and use all the bags for all the different reasons. And like I said, this bag gets to utilize everything. The other heavy bag is traditional. The heavier bag over there kind of helps you build up some strength because it's hard to move it when you hit it with the hard shot. So everything plays its purpose. But try it out. If you have an uppercut bag at your gym, try it out. This time I'm gonna give you guys something that I'm sure you guys haven't seen on the internet. And probably a lot of you trainers haven't done this either, man. But that's all right. Y'all can use this. You know what I mean? I'm giving this to the world for a reason. I want people to improve their boxing. Now, this really falls into the Philly shell system. One thing I want to talk about the Philly shell real quick, because I got a whole Philly shell system that I got on my website, and if you haven't purchased it, you need to go purchase it, because I'm telling you right now, it is gold, man. We got fast Eddie Chambers on it. You know what I mean? You're not gonna find many online boxing systems with professional fighters learning real stuff, man. You need to go check that out. But enough about me trying to sell the program. What I want people to know is that if you learn the Philly shell, does not mean that you have to fight out of that the whole time. You can literally use principles of the Philly shell. Like, for instance, if you look at guys like Floyd Mayweather, he was very disciplined in fighting in that Philly shell system, whatever you want to call it. Some guys call it shoulder roll, whatever you want to call it, right? But he kind of stuck to that system to the point where that's how he fought. But then you got other guys like Tevin Farmer, Eddie Chambers, James Toney, Pernell Whitaker, guys that used principles but didn't necessarily stay tight in that system because they were more free with it. They kind of just did their stuff and they'll tilt the waist and they'll do moves. And they weren't necessarily locked in the way Floyd Mayweather was. So when you guys learn the Philly shell, you got to understand you can take principles from it and kind of blend it into your style, integrate it into your style. So it's very important for you to learn it. And for the guys who don't want to learn it, to me, is a foolish thing because you want to learn as much as you can in the sport of boxing. But anyway, let's get to this. All right. This will be bending the waist off of a hook. All right. Now, most of the time, most trainers, this is what they teach, which is not wrong, by the way, will be a 1, 2, 3 roll under, right? So he'll go 1, 2, 3 roll, put you in a good position to counter back with a hook. That's one. So let's do that real quick. Pop, pop, pop. Beautiful move. I love it. I teach it. I love it. We do it. Next thing, a 1, 2, 3 slip, and then go to the body maybe, right? So he'll go pop, 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 bang. Excellent move again. Do it quick. Pop, 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 bang. Dig the body. I have some thoughts on that I want to talk about. We'll talk about that in a later video because I want to get to the point here. But excellent move. We do it all the time. Now, bending the waist off the hook, which is the next exit that a lot of people don't teach, that I don't see a lot of people teach, but I see a lot of fighters do who know how to really fight. And that's bending the waist in the hook, and I'm going to explain why you do it. But first, we'll show you how you do it. So go ahead, he'll throw the hook. Now this is for when you follow all the way through with a hook. All right, so he's following all the way through. He bent the waist, right? So let's do it again. See what just happened? All right, so let's do that one more time. All right, he throws the hook. Now look, I'm aiming right for his head. And you saw where he ended up? Look, I can't keep giving you guys everything in a video. So I gotta give it to you guys peacefully. I gotta keep you coming back to watch the next video. But just watch this one more time. All right, throws the hook. Now, 9 times out of 10, what's the counter for a hook? A hook, all right? So if he's going to go ahead and commit and punch all the way through with his hook. See, if he decides to just throw a hook, pop, to set up the hook to the body, then he'll do this. Pop. Hey, that hook to the head, he didn't punch through. He merely threw the glove. So if I'm boxing, he throws the hook to the glove just to get that shot in there, which is a fantastic move. But if he decides he's gonna really try to take my head off with that hook, now stay there if he throw it. Look where his body's gonna be. He's gonna be way over here. There is absolutely, stay there for a second. There is no reason you know what I'm saying, for him to slip back over, right? And also, he can roll under, but if he punches all the way through and I try to shoot the hook, he could just basically go in that same direction. Now from right there, he has a number of options he can do, okay? Should we give them to him in this video or wait till the next video? Listen, a lot of this stuff is on the Philly shell system, by the way. If you don't got it, I'm telling you, you're missing out. I'm just telling you the truth, man. This is from the, I might take it off my website because I got some competition, and when my kids fight, I don't need you guys knowing all my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I might just take it off the damn website, to be honest with you. But for now, it's up there. But anyway, he'll go ahead, do it one more time, and hey, now from right there, you don't even know what he just did. I guarantee you, y'all, you know what? Forget it. We're not gonna talk no more. That's how you bend the waist off the hook. We're gonna give you some more in the future. You didn't even notice what he just did. I guarantee you 80% of you guys, maybe just the 1%, 99% out there did not know what he just did. But we will show you in the future, man. I love you guys. I love my subscribers, man. You know I'm just being funny right now, but at the same time, I'm being serious. If you wanna go ahead, we'll just demonstrate the technique one more time. 1, 2, 3, roll under. Bang, bang, bang. Beautiful move. 1, 2, 3, slip. Bang, bang, bang. Beautiful move. And now you have a new exit, which is the 1, 2, 3 bend. All right, you have a new exit. Okay, I'm just giving you guys another exit. And then we'll talk about the other stuff that I know you didn't peep right there. You know what I mean? Because I love you guys, but I got to have you guys come back. All right, and also, guys, I know I talk a lot about going to the website and checking out the courses and whatnot, but we also got some free stuff in the description, man. So make sure you guys go to the description. I got a bunch of free stuff in there. So if you guys want some freebies, make sure you guys go to the description. All you're going to have to do is drop your email in there, and you guys are hooked up.